What's up, guys? Just another reminder, if you want to look fresh for the 2021 season and you want that pair of customized sneakers, my guy Dave is hooking you guys up with an opportunity. All you guys have to do is follow the link below. It's going to be listed down in the description of this video, and go fill out your chance and opportunity to win these sneakers, guys. It's a really great deal. I don't know if you guys have ever had to actually buy a pair of customized sneakers before, but it's pretty expensive, and he's really trying to hook us up, guys. He's trying to stand by the community and do something pretty nice for the community. So if you get an opportunity, guys, go down, fill out that description. Hey, fill out that link, I should say, and take your chance, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, these are some nice sneaks, y'all. All right, let's get into today's video. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Steven Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel, the sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. All right, I hate you guys for doing this to me. You made me go watch Asante Samuel Jr.'s film, and I got to tell you, you converted me. You converted me. I'm a believer. I hate y'all for doing this to me, because I had an image and a viewpoint about what Asante Samuel Jr. was just from watching the games live and, you know, being an NC State guy myself. I've seen Asante Samuel Jr. play plenty of times, but I've never really watched him as a scout before. I came away believer, guys. I came away an absolute believer. And I'm going to explain to you real quick what happened. Just go to his pro day and look at his pro day stats, guys. It doesn't look that great unless you know what you're looking for. This guy has elite change of directions. His hips, just the fluid movement from this guy. Oh boy. I got to tell you guys, there's a reason why this guy has incredible ball skills. When I say incredible ball skills, make no mistake. Incredible is the right word. 6 ball breakups, pass breakups, guys. 5 forced incompletions, and then 3 interceptions on the year. He's a complete ball hawk, guys. I don't know how else to say it. And you guys converted me. I'm going to tell you the game I watched, guys. I went and watched the UNC game. I watched him play against Dyami Brown. I thought that was a really good matchup. I thought there was some give and take, and I hate y'all for this, man. I'm a Dyami Brown believer now, guys. Y'all happy about this? All right, guys, let's get into his film. I want to talk about what I saw from this film. All right, guys, let's get it. To begin with, first thing you guys are going to notice, I will never BS you on this stuff, guys. He plays a lot of bail concept and a lot of off coverage, just like his father. Little different, though. There's some similarity and there's some differences between these two. What I will tell you is this, guys, man, holy crap, does he break on the footballs. If you're looking for a guy with elite talent when it comes to changing that direction and getting back and driving on the football, he might be the best in this class, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. There are some other ones out there that are good. Boy, Asante Samuel is special at it. And you can look at this, guys. I mean, I know he's playing off coverage. He's playing off leverage here. But if you really break down the, passer ratings that were suffered and what happened on plays under 10 yards and plays over 20 yards, it really tells the story, which is, boy, he can move and react quickly to anything underneath. And boy, does he completely take away any team's vertical shot from the 20 to the 20. Let me explain what I'm saying. Go to that UNC game. Sam Howell, Dyami Brown, right? I mean, this is a vertical offense, guys. Dyami Brown, to me, is kind of similar to John Hightower, if I'm going to be quite honest. He's a little better, in my opinion, than John Hightower, but there's some similarities there. And you could also kind of lump them into some other players in the league that kind of have that elite, deep, skill set here. So what I will say is this, guys. Asante Samuel Jr., on his own, completely disrupted the UNC's vertical offense. It took UNC quite a time, really into the second half. They were down 31-7 going into halftime. And really, for them to make this into like a really tightly contested game that went down to the last play, they had to basically go away from Asante Samuel Jr. He just took Dyami Brown out of the game.
This is going to be outstanding man-to-man coverage. Newsome is not able to shake his...
They basically had to start shifting Dyami Brown all over the field to try to get him freed up and away from Asante Samuel Jr. and get him on more favorable matchups.
The coordinator. Howell has a man open.
But while it lasted, guys, it was a good fight between these two. Dyami Brown and Asante Samuel Jr., I thought it told us a lot about what Asante Samuel Jr. is. And that's just the truth. Great ball skills, great vertical takeaway, kind of guy. He will come up and play underneath. What I will say is that sometimes, because of scheme, this is not really Asante Samuel Jr.'s fault, but because of scheme, they would attack his leverage. So I saw a few times where he was in off coverage, inside technique, and they just attacked underneath of him and basically attacked the outside, like on an out route.
Under duress,
but to Asante Samuel's credit, Jr., he's really fast at shooting those hips, driving on the football, and then he creates a scenario to where you don't convert. You get good, you get good yardage. You get into a 3rd and short. But now you got to try to go against this guy now on 3rd and short where he's not going to give you the same leverage.
trailed this season. Howell.
And there was a very good sequence of plays to where he got beat, and then he turned right back around, guys, and he shut it down. I got to love him on that. One of the other things that I saw from his game, guys, that should be really apparent is that while he's really good at passes over 20 yards, while he's also pretty spectacular on the underneath stuff, using all that change of direction ability he has, the way he can drive on footballs, I will tell you this, is that between 10 and 19 yards, that's where he can be beat by bigger receivers. There's no secret, guys. Asante Samuel Jr. is about 5'10", guys. He only has like a 35-inch vertical. He's not that kind of gifted athlete, so like that intermediate game, sometimes he can be taken there. There was a really great example of this on film to where, Florida State basically attacked his leverage. They went down on like pretty much a 15 to a 20-yard kind of, probably like 15 to 19-yard kind of hitch or comeback or curl kind of route there. It's not really a hitch. It's really the comeback or curl. It's a deep one where they did that, and they got the leverage on him, and they completed the pass.
He's going to fake a hitch to the other side, and his ball's out of his hands before Brown comes out of the...
But if you got to go through that kind of effort just to get a guy involved in the football game, just to get that, something over Asante Samuel Jr., he's doing his job. Because a good enough defensive coordinator is going to figure out what you're doing, and they're going to play a little robber technique on you or something. And they're going to jump that route on you eventually. And even in this game, they tried to do that again, and this time Asante Samuel Jr. was ready for it and kind of shut that down. Now, what I will say is that you got the good and the bad of him when he was playing inside of the goal line. What I will tell you is this, guys. 2 straight consecutive passes where they absolutely tried to get the ball into Dyami Brown, and Dyami Brown had opportunities.
Running back, power formation. They faked it to him. Throws it up for grabs.
But he couldn't complete the plays, but he did win. If I'm being honest, he won on both the routes. He just couldn't complete the play.
So no panic here. They have all kinds of time. Howell zings.
But then you get this one play in particular, and it's quite obvious what's going on here, guys, to where Asante Samuel Jr. is matched up on Dyami Brown. They try to hit him on a fade route, and they can't get it over him. I mean, great body positioning by Asante Samuel Jr. He doesn't need to elevate that much if he's right in your hip pocket, and he just plays the ball, the timing of the ball really well, breaks it up. That's why he's got so many pass breakups, so many forced incompletions, so many interceptions, guys. He just knows where to be on the football field.
Territory, 3rd down and 3. Fake to Carter, up for grabs.
That's just the facts, guys, of it. I was pretty excited to see his game film, guys, and boy, did he convert me. He converted me, guys. I'm a believer in Asante Samuel Jr.'s skill set. My real question is that I don't know that this guy's going to last. I don't know that he's going to last, guys, until the 2nd round. I just have a feeling that with guys like Caleb Farley, who might, if Caleb Farley still gets drafted high and teams don't care about that medical alert history kind of stuff to him, then you might get an Asante Samuel Jr. slipping. But I doubt it. Maybe some teams take him off the board because I'm going to be honest with you. If you look at the NFL comparisons, I'll give you the comps for Asante Samuel Jr., guys. Jair Alexander, great corner at Green Bay. Another guy that's like, 5'10". But Jair has like a longer wingspan. He's got like a 74 and 3/4 inch wingspan. He's basically got the wingspan of a John Hightower, who's 6'2". And he's got like 31-inch, reach from his arm. So even though he's shorter, he still has a much larger frame per se in terms of the wingspan and the reach. Tre'Davious White's another guy. He's about 5'11", great corner out of Buffalo, guys. 32-inch arms. I don't know his wingspan, guys, but I'm going to imagine with 32-inch arms, he's got a pretty wide wingspan, even though he's under 6 foot. But the one things I will say is that Tre'Davious White is a longer, lengthier corner, but he's also, around the same speed as Asante Samuel. He ran like a 4.47. You look at a Jair Alexander, and you got a 4.38 guy. So you got a much faster player, right? Much more dynamic athlete, if you will. But the other guy that you'll hear a lot, I'll give you a third comp, it's Brett Grimes. We all remember Brett Grimes. He's like 5'9", 5'10", just depends on where you look at it. He was a little slower, man. Brett Grimes wasn't quite as dynamic as an athlete as a guy like Asante Samuel Jr., right? He ran in the high 4.5s when it come to his 40 time, right? 5'9", 5'10", 185 pounds. He's built similar. Same kind of build, right? Vertical was only like 33.5. He only did like 4 reps on the bench press. I mean, I'll say Asante Samuel needs to get a little stronger, but he's a lot stronger than that. And he did like at least 12. But that's the comps that you're hearing. Jair Alexander, my bad, guys. Tre'Davious White and Brett Grimes are the 3 common comps I hear to Asante Samuel Jr. And, of course, his father would make some sense. I will say that he's a much more willing tackler than his father ever was. He will definitely hang in there, and he will play through contact. I'm not saying that he's the greatest run defender. I'm just saying he ain't scared of it. He'll definitely step up.
And they stick with the running game. Javonte Williams did well.
There'll definitely be some conversation that maybe at the NFL level, as good as he was down in press, man, he played a lot of, like, there were some instances of him playing man concepts down tight into, windows trying to play press. And I tell you, he was physical against guys. Some people are going to say that when you get to the Amari Coopers of the league, the CeeDee Lambs of the league, you get to those type of guys, Devontae Adams, those guys are going to be much harder to press. So we'll have to see how that works out, guys. You can say that with any prospect, to be quite honest. All right, guys, that's what I got for you guys. Don't forget, if you want to support the channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. Link is in the description below. I'm going to list the names of you guys who have donated to the channel on this, buy me a cup of coffee campaign thing. Much appreciated, guys. Also, don't forget, other ways you can support the channel, just like and comment on the video, guys. That's what tells the algorithm to suggest this to other people. And I love you guys for doing that. And last but not least, if you are not subscribed, I would love to add you to the community. Please hit that subscription button, guys. All right, that's what I got for y'all. I will see you guys on the next